Good day. My name is Deanna Crooks. I'm here for another segment of Views from Bridge at GHAR. With me is Anastacia Woolcock from Journey Home. She's your Director of Housing. And Michelle Lipar. She is their Head of Manager. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for joining me. And for all our realtors who are watching this segment, Journey Home. Can you tell us a little bit about your organization and the community that it serves?
So Journey Home is a nonprofit organization. We're actually located in West Hartford. We are the coordinating backbone agency for the homeless response system. And what that means is that we coordinate all the homeless services in the greater Hartford region and also in the central region. And we ensure that folks that are literally homeless have adequate access to shelter, housing, and case management services.
Wow, that's a lofty goal. It's very impressive.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been in business?
So we've been in business since 2007. The organization started as a 10-year plan in the greater Hartford region. And what they did is the community came together to come up with a 10-year plan to end homelessness. And out of that response initiative, Journey Home was created to ensure that the homeless response system was coordinated. Many, many years ago, as you may know, that when folks were homeless, they had to line up at a shelter, they got on a waiting list, and if their name came to the top of the list, they were able to access shelter. Now in the state of Connecticut, we have a coordinated system where if someone calls 211, they talk with the housing specialist, and what that housing specialist does is they try to divert folks from going into shelter. And what that means is they try to tap on natural resources to see, okay, can you stay with a friend? Can you stay with a family member? So we try to do a diversion strategy so folks that are accessing shelter actually need it. With that being said, Journey Home ensures that all of the homeless response agencies are working together. We serve as a fiduciary for diversion funds. So like if someone said, I have a family member that I could possibly stay with, they just want help with groceries. Journey Home is able to ensure that we're providing emergency response funding to ensure folks can stay in their residence or, relocate to another part of the state. Say they're from, Florida and they just need a way to get there so that they can have permanent housing. We can assist them with funding to get to permanent housing. So the idea is that folks that don't need shelter don't actually go into shelter because, that can be costing on the state. So that's just a piece of what we do.
Right.
Once folks are in shelter, there's a whole coordinated system where all the agencies come together and we strategize on different housing opportunities. So there's different housing programs out there. And what we do is we coordinate those meetings. So our folks that are most vulnerable are on the top of our waiting list. Not really a waiting list, it's called a by name list. And we work our way down based on vulnerability and based on how long folks are homeless. So folks that are homeless the longest are on the top of the list. Folks that have a disability are also on the top of the list, and we work our way down. It's really, really convoluted, but that's just the gist of how folks are housed once they enter our system.
Yeah, so I get the impression that you prioritize based on the urgency of the need. So people who are homeless clearly would go to the top of the list as a priority.
Yeah, so if they have a disability and if they've been homeless the longest. So it varies based on the housing opportunity that is there. So some folks may, they may have to have a diagnosed disability for a specific voucher. So it depends on the housing opportunity that comes up. But what we do is we coordinate all those services to ensure that all the housing providers are working together. And we also work with housing authorities as well. We partner with a lot of housing authorities. We partner with housing developers as well to ensure that there's apartments for these folks to go into. Because as you know, the housing market is really, really tough out there for just anyone looking for housing, especially our folks that come with many barriers, such as substance abuse, such as disability. So we strategize to ensure that we have adequate housing options for folks. So a lot of partnerships going on.
You just opened the door when you mentioned partnering. So I'll ask you this, and you may have touched on some of it already.
Okay.
How do realtors play a role in advancing housing stability or equity in HOA?
So a part of my job as a director of housing is to ensure that we have enough landlords and developers to partner with us. So we have a team at Journey Home, our landlord engagement team, and what they do is they go out in the community and try to meet local landlords to sign on as a housing champion. So our partners, we call them housing champions. And to be a housing champion, all you have to do is sign a MOU. And what the MOU, and is non-legally binding.
Okay.
And what this MOU does is it just, shows that our partnership is official and that you can access our resources. So one of the resources or benefits of being a housing partner with us is that you get a landlord incentive, like a bonus check. So we will give you an extra bonus month of rent to partner with us. In addition to that, we have the risk mitigation fund. And risk mitigation fund is up to $1,000 of a security fund where if the tenant, damages the unit, we can remedy any issues that are, involved. We can help pay for unpaid rent. So sometimes when clients abandon units, we can pay up to $2,000 in total. In addition to that, we can help with any type of insurance. We offer renters insurance, pet fees we can cover. So it's more of just like a security. And also you have us, Journey Home, as a contact. So a lot of times when clients are housed, they have a case manager. And sometimes we hear, a lot of landlords don't hear from the client. They go missing after a month or two isn't paid. They reach out to the housing provider, and sometimes, due to staffing, unable to reach the housing provider. But Journey Home is that liaison. Okay. So we will ensure that we connect you to the tenant, connect you to housing provider or the housing authority if, the rent is paid by the housing authority. Right. But we ensure that we keep our relationships we keep our relationships intact to ensure that folks are able to remain housed. And, if landlords have other properties, we can also expand on that partnership. So
I love that Journey Home maintains that communication between the landlord, tenant, and the provider. So I think that's a key to the success of any program is communication.
Absolutely.
And you mentioned edit MLU, and though it's not binding, it's non-binding. What is MLU?
I'm sorry. It's a memorandum of understanding. Thank you. Yeah. So it's just an agreement. Yeah, MOU. It's just an agreement that you've set aside this unit specifically for our population, and we can also turn over your units. So we advertise. We have a platform called Basecamp, and Basecamp has over 100 housing providers with different housing opportunities and or vouchers. And what we do is our landlords, once they acquire a property, they may have additional units. So we advertise the units for free. We do a soft background check. So we ensure, but say you are looking for a specific type of, you have a 2-bedroom, you want a family or something like that, we can advertise your units for you on our platform. And then once a case manager has a client that, fits whatever you're looking for, we can then make the connection. We can pay for background checks. We can pay for the rental application. And then once they're housed, we would front end hard work. And I do want to say thank you to our partner agencies because we couldn't do this without them.
Okay, yes. Many hands make light work.
Absolutely.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Thank you for that insight. So the next question, I think we're going to work with or talk with Michelle now about the work that she does as a hands-on manager. How can members at GHAR get involved to support the mission of Journey Home?
That's a great question. Realtors are one of our greatest partners because they have access to folks that are moving out of their houses and often have lots of furniture that they might want to donate. So what my program, the program that I manage is called A Hand Up. And what that does is after all our providers and all my colleagues do the hard work of finally getting someone matched, they move into a house, they usually have nothing. Usually we'll see people sleeping on air mattresses or on the floor. Their belongings or their clothes are in like plastic bags or just on the floor in a suitcase. It doesn't promote long-term stable housing because there's not a lot of dignity in living in that way.
Yeah.
Everyone deserves a bed. They need a table for their family.
Right.
Pots and pans, things like
Basics.
that. Yeah, basics, exactly, the basic necessities. So what our program does is it provides these items to folks that are moving out of homelessness absolutely free. And the way we're able to do it is because everything we give to people is donated. So we accept gently used furniture donations, and it's all the work is done by volunteers. There's 3 people that work for Hand Up, and everybody else who moves all the furniture, delivers it, they're all volunteers. And we have businesses that come in and do team building days. We have individuals that come in once a week, twice a week. Youth groups all come and volunteer and pick up the furniture and deliver it. So realtors can be, a connection to folks who are looking to donate items. We also have just opened up a brand new social enterprise thrift shop called A Home for Good right across from our warehouse, because there's a lot of products and furniture that we can't use for clients, crystal glasses or antique tables or things that just aren't practical for folks moving into a small apartment. Our thrift shop has a place that they can go, and we sell those, and all the funds go right back into support all the work that Journey Home and our partners do. So that is a connection that we would love to make with realtors can reach out to us and connect their clients with us.
Okay, so with all that information that you've both shared, I know a lot of realtors, myself included, would be asking, I love what you guys are all about. Who can I reach out to? Is there a website? Is there a phone number? How can we start the process of doing the actual work with you and for you?
Yeah.
So you can go to the Journey Home website. We are also always sending out newsletters. If you subscribe to our website, you will get ongoing communication about how you can donate to Journey Home or access a Hand Up and make donations to a Hand Up. I'm not sure when you guys accept donations.
Yeah, we have drop-off hours at our warehouse in West Hartford every Tuesday and Thursday from 12 to 2. Other time is by appointment. If you want to reach out to any of us at Journey Home, if you may be a landlord, looking for a connection, or you have some units to rent or have any questions, you can always just send an email to our info email, which is on the website too.
Okay. And your website is www.journeyhomect.org.
www.journeyhomect.org.
All right. That's where you'll find a wealth of information. Michelle and Anastacia, thank you so much for stopping by and sharing this information with realtors at GHAR. This is another segment of Views from Bridge.